Namaskar, Acharya Ji. My question to you is, why is it and how is it that the purpose of life is to get moksha, which is basically कि हम मौत के और जीवन के बंधन से हम दूर भाग जाएं. Why isn't that knowledge or power is the purpose of life? Like, I'm studying philosophy from Hansraj College, so I've read that Hegel's philosophy was that from, if you look at the history of human beings, what we have been doing is we have been increasing our knowledge about ourselves and about our surroundings, and hence we are increasing our power. So our projected purpose of life might be that we become the most powerful being or the most knowledgeable being. So why is it that according to spirituality the purpose of life is moksha?
So it is not about your opinion versus somebody else's opinion. It is not about Hegel versus Vedanta or something. It's about reality. If knowledge or power can give you fulfillment, by all means go for knowledge and power. Right? Purpose of life is a very, very subjective thing, right? And when I say subjective, I do not mean variable as per the subject. I mean it is something that's intimately got to do with the subject, and you are the subject. You are the subject. Because we are talking of your life. We are talking about the purpose of your life. Right? Why do we need to talk of purpose of life? Because we do not feel all right as we are and where we are. Because we do not feel all right where we are, therefore we need to be somewhere else. Because we do not feel good the way our self-concept, our self-image is, therefore there is the need for change. Right? So it all starts from you. It does not start from the Upanishads or Hegel or Kant or Voltaire. No, not from there. It starts from you. What is it that would fulfill you? Because you are the one who is restless. Over the millennia, countless people have tried power, and countless have tried money and knowledge and prestige and adventure and you name it, sex. And man has tried all kinds of possible means to come to a certain fulfillment, because there is a gaping hole within. We are not at rest. We are not all right. The child is born crying. Human beings are always running hither thither to gain some satisfaction, which is even which in itself a far cry from fulfillment. But we all are looking for something. No, the eyes are continuously wandering in search of something. The ear wants to hear some special kind of news. The mind is continuously restless, and that's why there is the question: what do we want? What is all this desire for? We are desiring all the time. And then there were those who realized that we want an end to all wants. We desire the end of desires, and that is called liberation, and that is moksha. Coming to the end of desire itself, that's what desire wants. Right? Now, power or knowledge do not bring you to the end of desire, because after power you can want more power, and there is nothing called absolute power, because the hunger for power will still remain. There is no end to knowledge, because the one who is seeking fulfillment through knowledge will never be satiated through knowledge.
So, according to spirituality, like there is God who is all powerful. So there is, according to Christianity, I mean, there is a kind of power, a kind of person who is all powerful and all knowledgeable.
None of that. Vedanta does not admit any God. Brahma or truth or Atma are not God. In fact, Vedanta categorically dismisses all Devi, Devata and Ishwar. Brahm is not God. Brahm is not Ishwar. The truth is devoid of everything that you can think of. We want to know who we are and why are we so restless and so confused. We want to come to terms with our own existence. That's what Vedanta is all about. And when we come to who we really are, we discover that the reality that we perceive outside of ourselves is identical with the reality within. That is Vedanta. So Vedanta is not about believing in some creator God and his created universe. Vedanta says, who is the perceiver of the universe? I am that. And who am I? Somebody who is half mad. This kind of honesty Vedanta begins with. Who am I? Someone who is utterly confused. Somebody whose perceptions and conclusions are heavily unreliable. And if the world is my own perception, how do I begin with the world? I do not know whether even the world exists. All I can say is that I am not all right. This much I can say. So Vedanta begins with this simple observation. All that I see around me is my own perception, my own experience, and I am not all right. So I will not talk of my experience. I am the kind of person who can say these are 24 fingers. So how do I go about finding out who made these 24 fingers when they don't even exist?
Yes.
How can I talk of a creator God when the creation itself is still not something to be certain of? Before I say who was the God who made the mountains and the trees, I have to ask myself, do the mountains and the trees even exist at all? And who am I to say they exist? I am saying they exist based on my own experience. But I'm a lunatic. Very humbly, I admit I am a lunatic. And if I am a lunatic, how do I ever that the mountains do definitely exist? They probably don't. So I'll not talk of the mountains. I'll talk of myself. And I'll ask myself, why am I so restless? Why don't I see things as they really are? Why do I project my desires upon everything? That's what Vedanta does, right? And Vedanta keeps peeling off layers after layers of impurity and conditioning and comes to the pure mind or no mind or the core mind, and that is the Atma, the pure self, also called as the truth. And when you are there, then what you see through your senses gains an immense clarity. And then you do not see distinctions outside of you. Not that the eyes do not see distinctions and black and white appear as one. But the meanings that those distinctions used to carry, they are no more there. And then you say all is Brahm. All is Brahm. That's what Vedanta is about. Vedanta is not about worshipping a god or worshipping this or that or believing in a certain creator. Vedanta believes in nothing. Vedanta is ruthless inquiry. No belief, no superstitions, no mandates, no commandments, nothing of that kind. Very, very pure and solid and ruthless inquiry. That's all.
Thank you, Acharya.